Never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
All right, it is, what time is it? It's 7:18 in the morning. I'm trying to get back on schedule, trying to get back on doing things on time when I want to do them. I just been kind of dealing with the shoulder thing, so it is what it is. And you take certain kind of pain medications because, like I said, this is in horrible, horrible pain. It's just gonna knock you the fuck out. So I've been sleeping in a little bit in the morning. When I mean sleeping in, I'm sleeping into about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock at the most. But around that time, school starts for the kids, so I can't be in here yelling and screaming like a fucking maniac and all that good fucking shit. So, to show my kids that they can do it, I wait till they either go to bed or, we start shutting it down and we're not doing shit. So then I don't do the podcast. But let's say that just for that being done, I'm trying to get up a little earlier and get my day started earlier so I can get shit done earlier and all that good shit. Also, too, me and my son did a YouTube video. We did the one chip challenge with a couple other chips that we tried, just a taste before we did it. Go check it out, Steam Bowman Snack Attack. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit, because that's our baby. That's what we do, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And with that all being said and all that being done right there, it's assisting your kids, assisting them in their dreams, assisting them in their goals. When I grew up, my mom said I can do anything. And I didn't really believe her because I grew up in the hood and I knew the situation and I knew the things that were going on in the world around me. I could see the chaos and mayhem and all the crazy things going on. So I had a weird perspective in life. By the time I was turned 18, I was under the assumption I'd either be dead or in jail, because that's the direction my life was going in at that moment in time. Before I had kids, before I knew I was going to have a kid, and all that bullshit, I honestly thought, I'd be dead or in jail because I'm running these fucking streets. And that's just the name of the game. It was something I was okay with because it was a norm. It was a normal. It was the thing that happens to kids like us when we were growing up. Me and my best friends, we all understood that. We all knew that. We all got it. We all were like, well, it is what it is. We're doing crazy ass shit, running the fucking streets, causing the police to find us, causing the police to chase us, starting shit with other people, finishing shit with other people. There were so many things going on in our younger childhood that it just, when you put yourself in that situation, guess what the fuck what's gonna happen? You're gonna deal with that situation. You're gonna deal with the consequences of that situation. I had kids young, so when I had my first son being born, it really put life into perspective of me because I didn't grow up without a dad, or I grew up without a dad. And because I grew up without a dad, I always told myself, I'd have those conversations, those sit-downs and thoughts of being upset because I didn't have a father. And I'm never doing that to my kids. I'm never going to not be there for them. No. I didn't have anyone growing up. I had father figures. Trust me, I love them. I appreciate them for everything they've taught me, because everything they've taught me has, pulled me far in life. But the thing is I didn't have anybody there for me personally. It was just, people I talked to, father figure, it is what it is. But the thing is I always told myself I wouldn't do that. So by not doing that, it changed my direction, changed my life. Because when I was young, when my first son was coming, I was just about to turn 18. And I made a conscious decision of, this is not what I'm doing. This is not happening. And I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to make him a better life. And you know what? That's just what it does. And that's the thing, though, too, is like, as a father and as someone that's grew up in the streets, I know what it takes to change the direction lives of our children, my kids. And because I changed their direction, I didn't let them see the streets. I didn't let them run the streets. I didn't let them do the crazy shit that I did. I could have 100%. They could have been gangsters. Fuck kids when we're growing up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to live a much better life than I did. And I'm not saying I had a horrible life. I'm not saying I had the worst life in the world. No, I was just exposed to things that I shouldn't have been exposed to. But the thing is due to the nature, due to where I lived, due to the circumstances of what was going on, it was in my face. And because it was in my face, what are you going to do? You're going to do it. All right. And so I never put these things in my kids' face. My kids They live normal functioning jobs. They're not out there getting chased by the police. They're not out there starting gang fights. They're not out there doing hood rat shit. All right. They're normal functioning kids playing video games, riding their bikes, basic kid shit. All right. And because of that, I love it. Because of that, I'm happy. But also, too, one of the things that I always do is push them in a direction. You have to push kids in your direction. You have to push your kids to a direction. You have to have them and show them and give them goals and show them how to set goals and how to look at things to know what to chase. All right. And the reason that is, and the reason that needs to be, is because if you don't push them, and I'm not talking about like, oh, you need to do this and you need to, no. What do you want to do? Think about this. Years from now, drop little seeds of knowledge, because growing up, listening to father figures, that's what they did. They give me a little spiel, make me feel like, oh, okay. And then that little sprinkling of, knowledge salt all over life. Like, oh, yeah. And then, if that ever happens, check this out. If you're in this situation, check this out. Or, like, oh, did you ever think about this? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing, too, is you got to subconsciously push these kids in a direction that is going to be for them. You know what I'm saying? You see their wants, their needs, you see their desires, you see the things that they want to do, or, the things that they're interested in, the things that they're handy at, things that they're good at. You guess what? You kind of coast them in that direction. And when you coast them in that direction, it slowly guides them to their path in life. And when you slowly guide them to their path in life, as this is happening, as this is done, they start feeling fulfilled, because what it is they're having accomplishments and things they're successful at. So if you're not paying attention to your kids or not seeing what they're doing, how are you going to know what they're successful at? How are you going to know what they're good at? How are you going to know what they're fun at? I always tell my kids, if you want to try something, let me know. We'll try it. You'll try it. If you show me the time, effort, and what you're willing to do in your life, or things that you want to do, guess what? Show me that you're willing to do it, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you. I understand fads, but I'm not sitting there trying. I can't afford to drop all the money in the world for something you're going to be interested in for 5 minutes. No. Show me that you're interested in it. Show me that you're going to do it. Show me that you're going to keep doing it. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to assist you in becoming better at it, good at it, the best at it. And if this is something you want to do in your life, well, guess the fuck what? I'm going to support you. I'm going to do you. Look, I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing, streaming and videos and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is not my job, but this is something I love to do. This is something I'm passionate at, so I put the time and effort. Well, I started Team Bowman Snack Attack with my son because he kept pestering me, like, I want to do this. I want to do a channel. I'm like, all right, well, guess what? Start something. Eventually got to the point where it's like, all right, I'm going to sit down, and he's going to make a channel. He made a channel. As he made this channel, I'm like, all right, well, I see him doing it. All right, let me help you. Let me help you set it up. Let me do these things. All right, it's going to be me and you doing videos. All right, I'll buy the stuff. We do the things. And, sometimes he wants to do videos. Sometimes he doesn't want to do this. But the thing is I'm always pushing him to make content. I'm always pushing him to do content. But he's like, no. But then he has those times where he wants to. And when he wants to, that's the times that are fun. Sometimes I force him a little bit, but the thing is because I want to make sure that he's interested in it. Make sure he stays committed in it. Make sure that he's really out there doing this. Because if he's not, then we just did something for nothing. You see what I'm saying? You gotta hold him accountable. You gotta show him these things. You gotta show him. Sometimes you gotta do stuff you don't like. Sometimes you gotta eat stuff you don't like. Sometimes things are gonna happen you don't like, but you still gotta get it done. You still gotta do it. You made a commitment. You said you're gonna do it, so you gotta do it. And that was the whole purpose of the channel is what if he likes making videos? What if he becomes great at making videos? What if he becomes one of the best YouTubers in the world? Well, I'll never know because we never did it. But we did do it. So, you see what I'm saying? You see how this works? You have to push them in a direction. You have to coast them in a direction. Kids are interested. Well, guess the fuck what? Everybody's interested. But the thing is how are you going to know if you don't try? And that's why I always try. That's why I always push. That's why I always do these things. That's what, like I said, I don't fit the description of a normal person. I don't fit the description of a normal dad. But the thing is I know what I needed. And because I know what I needed growing up, I do these for my kids. I do this for my kids. I push this for my kids. I reach out. I extend. I do everything I possibly can for them because the simple fact is I knew what I needed. I knew what I needed to hear. I knew what I needed to say. I knew, all right, I'm not saying I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted from a father. I could see the other fathers. I could see the other dads. I could see everyone else around me. And my mom did as much as she possibly could because she had to work a ridiculous amount to take care of me and my brother, my sisters. You know, she did an awful lot. So I get my work ethic from her. But I could see the importance of a father, the guidance, the direction, the talks, the speaks. That's why I do this podcast now. It's almost like a record that, you know, my kids can go back and watch these videos and listen to these podcasts and be like, that was my dad. And that really was him. Because what you're getting right here is exactly who the fuck I am. This, you know, might be turned up a little bit, but my kids understand who the fuck I am. So, with that all being said, with that all being done, guess the fuck what? I'm the angry motherfucking dad. You want to watch this shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to shit? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. All right. I'm also part of the SIP Network, that's Slightly Irregular Podcast Network, a group of powerful podcasters putting our podcasts out there, putting our everything that we do, you know, shows, videos, internet, you know what I'm saying? Slightly Irregular Podcast is across the board. If you like this podcast, you'll like their podcast. That's Slightly Irregular Podcast at sipnet.us. Our website will introduce you to every one of our podcasts, every one of our shows, all that shit. And because, you know, go check them the fuck out. Also, too, blackstonelabs.com, B2the4thpower checkout. Get yourself 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. That's 20% off your entire order, blackstonelabs.com. And I didn't even realize I didn't even do any of my ad reads. So, you know, you get trying to get jacked, trying to get shredded, trying to put on muscle, whatever it is you're trying to do, Blackstone Labs can help you. You can get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. Look, proteins, branched chain amino acids, pre-workouts, thermogenics, whatever the fuck it is you need, Blackstone Labs can help you. And you can get jacked and shredded, or you can get lean and mean at blackstonelabs.com. Be the 4-power checkout and get yourself hooked the fuck up. Also to CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. If you're trying to cement your backyard, they'll cement your backyard. You want to cement your front yard, they'll cement your front yard. Shit, if you want to put in a new driveway, you want to put in a new curb, whatever it is you're trying to do, CH Concrete can help you. And just mention the Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. And so with that all being said and done, I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.